presentation where you will learn about West Africa and how the life was. It's about two scientists going back in time and discovering all about West Africa.
Me and Yusuf are the two scientists. We get to go to West Africa and learn stuff and hopefully teach you something.
And we have two drums.
And we are two West African sisters that we're going to tell them all about West Africa.
Thank you.
I offer you a chance to go visit West Africa.
We accept it.
Or not? Great. The time machine will be ready in 2 days.
All systems are ready for launch.
Let's do this.
Approaching warp speed in 3, 2, 1. We are now attempting to go back in time to West Africa.
So fast.
Yusuf, the mission has been successful.
Woohoo!
We are going back to West Africa.
I can't wait until I discover this place.
We are going to learn so much.
We made it!
We are now in West Africa.
Woo! We successfully completed our mission.
Yusuf,
Can you hear that? It sounds like a drum.
well, we're in West Africa, so music was a really important part of people's lives back then.
Let's follow them.
Welcome to West Africa.
What type of music were you playing?
We use call and response, in which the singer leads the call. Music was and always will be part of our daily lives here in West Africa.
Yes, and what are these drums made out of?
The drums are made of cowhides and animal skins. They were used in religious parties and festivals. Now, Yusuf, dancers, how do they dance?
Dancers often wear masks and would reflect the natural excitement.
So what other materials do you use in West Africa?
We use the kente, which is a traditional cloth that was produced in West Africa. We also use the terracotta, and it's a big clay used to make pottery, titles, and sculptures. So what information do you know about West Africa?
Well, the kora is an instrument in West Africa. It's shaped like a lute and it has 21 strings, and it's also like they play it as a harp.
I also know about the balafon, a kind of wooden xylophone or percussion instrument which plays tunes between 16 to 27 keys.
Good.
So I hear that camels are very important.
Yeah, they in fact are, but do you know anything about them?
Yes, camels are well suited for desert travel. They can hold a lot of water and travel for days without stopping. The camel is in many parts. The first part is the water tank, and then there are special eyelashes so that the sand doesn't come in his eyes, and he has long legs to withstand the sand and wind.
Wow, you know a lot. Very important for preserving food, and people also needed to eat salt because after they sweat, salt came out of their bodies. People got salt by mining it from underground and evaporating it from seawater. Salt was the same price as gold, so they had the same value. Salt miners have positives and negatives. A positive thing was that they adapted to the desert and they used stars as guides. A bad thing was that we have no doctors, so they have health problems traveling through the desert.
So do you guys pay a lot of taxes here?
Yes, in fact we do. We pay a lot of taxes.
On salt and gold and copper paid for Ghana's king's military, taxes help traders by keeping it safe. So when the traders would pay taxes, the king would use these taxes to help the military keep the land safe.
Correct.
I heard something called the silent barter.
Yes, the silent barter is when both sides trade without seeing each other but instead using a drum. The silent barter was good for people who spoke different languages. It was also good for gold miners to keep the location a secret of the gold.
And I heard that your country declined.
Yes.
So did it decline because cost of natural trees were used for fires to make iron and water used from farms?
Unfortunately. Another factor that led to the growth of the trans-Saharan trade was gold. Miners kept the gold in Mongara a secret, so no one knew where the gold was.
Trade converted to Islam.
You are indeed correct. Ghana's king was also the head of the army, and he was also the leader of the religion. The king became rich as he collected taxes on gold and trade.
The king was in charge of the gold supply. The common people could only have gold dust, but he was in charge of the big chunks. Whenever the king visited, there were jewelry from gold, and it was like a parade.
Is it right that the king hired officials to help him govern? They were also in charge of military and armed forces, the tax collection, and industry building or making things?
Indeed
Yes.
it was.
Also, when the king died, the power went to the nephew, the son of his sister, right?
Yes. Do you have any questions?
Yes, the Ghana's military protected the borders, kept the peace in the kingdom, used weapons like spears, bows, and arrows and swords.
So, what do you guys work as?
Well, our great grandpa was a griot.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are griots talented poets and musicians who tell stories, sing songs, and receive poems and share history?
Yes, but they were not only whatever you said. They knew people's genealogy, which means they knew their line of ancestry. The people and rulers relied on them for their knowledge and previous history.
Folktales were also stories that are passed down orally and became part of the cultural tradition. Trickster tales about clever animals or a person who outsmart others.
Proverbs, popular sayings that give people advice. Every time an old man dies, it's as if a library has burnt down.
That's a very nice
Saying.
Thank you for watching and hope you learned something.
Bye!
Bye.
Welcome to West Africa. Can we help you?
No, we're fine. We're
seem
scientists.
Okay.
Shut up,
Weird. What are they doing?
So, do you guys pay a lot of taxes here?
Yes, in fact we do. We pay a lot of taxes.
On salt, gold, and copper paid for. I will go on and go.
Salt miners have positives and negatives. If it adjusts.
Also, I heard that the taxes here are so much because on salt and gold. I mean, you can't.
Hey,
We will grab that.